Hey y'all, I know I've been gone for a while, but it's just I've been unable to find the iPad, and I've actually tried playing Fortnite, but however it didn't really go very well, and it's just I don't know, it's one of the times there was like a lot of yelling. But anyways, today we're going to do another two-part video series, and this time we're actually going to do only 10 reasons because it was hard for me to come up with reasons. But today we're going to talk about 10 reasons why I like in this video, why I like the iPhone X better than the HTC U12 Plus. And in the next video, I'll talk about 10 reasons why I like the HTC U12 Plus better than the iPhone X. So first of all is more apps. So on iOS, apps tend to come to the iPhone first, at least in general, and this is especially true for games. So like if you like to play games, then the iPhone might be a better bet. Number two is more software updates. So due to Apple being the main part of iOS, and actually the only part of iOS, they get the software updates first, whereas with Androids, only Google gets the software updates first. Third is longer supported. So like it's longer supported than the iPhone, and like take for example, iPhones are longer supported than HTC phones. Like take for example, M8 released in March 2014 was last updated in its last update was in December 2015, and that was for the unlocked version. The AT&T version was the AT&T version, I'm not exactly sure if it was as late as December 2015, but however, it may have been as early as April 2015, and the other carriers I'm not really sure about, but it was fully unsupported in December 2015. While the iPhone 6, released in September 2014, is still supported and will still most likely be supported until I say 2020. Fourth is... yeah, I realized I could change the amount of space I put into the video, so I did, and I know it might look weird, but fifth is smaller bezels. So even though both have even though neither have ginormous bezels, even though neither have ginormous bezels, the iPhone X has smaller bezels than the HTC U12 Plus, as it only has a notch as well, and a small bezel that goes around the frame of the phone. While the HTC U12 Plus has considerably big bezels. These are the bezels right here. Okay, right here. This is the. It's actually kind of hard to tell which one is which, but I think this is the HTC U12 Plus. Well, this is the HTC U11 Plus because it has the bigger bezels, and as you can see, this one says May 23rd, which is the announcement date. And as you can see, there's bigger bezels, and if you go here, you'll find the sizes are the dimensions are 156.6 for the U12 Plus, while it's 158.5 for the U11 Plus. So the bezel size. So actually, it's worth noting that with the U12 Plus, not only so even though the bezels are smaller and smaller than its predecessor, which did okay, which is not as good as the LG V30, which actually, as you can see right here, has a 6-inch screen as well as the HTC U12 Plus. And it is, it says 151.7 millimeters, while as you can see right here, with, okay, and actually as you can see there was a different time. Actually I realized I needed to add this in, because it's just, a bit of the editing app and stuff. But however, anyways, back to it. Anyways, as you can see right here, while this is 156.6 millimeters, so it's a good just under 5 millimeters taller and the same amount of screen size. So it's like, and by the way, the LG V30 seems to be more normal. Fifth is a better flash at night, so it's a quad LED versus a dual LED. And even though the HTC U12 Plus has a lower f-stop, which I'll mention about in the other video, the iPhone does have 4-tone flashes instead of 2-tone flashes, which could lead to brighter photos in low light. 6 is faster fast charging. So even though both have fast charging, and even though the U11 Plus charges at more milliamps per minute, the U11 Plus, the iPhone X charges faster. So if we do it right here, the iPhone X charges at 50 minutes and 30 seconds, which as you can see right here.
Do it right here, I said, and actually I meant to say 50% and 30 minutes. But however, actually, if we do it right here, 2,716 times 2, because that's 50% of the battery, divided by 30. That means that it would be about 45.27 milliamps per minute. While the HTC U12 Plus is, so it's, actually the battery size is apparently anywhere from 3420 to 3500. But however, let's just assume it's, okay, 3460. Let's just assume it's the middle, and I'm actually not really sure about the variable battery size. It confuses me. Divided by 2, you get 1730, and then divided by 35, it is that would be about 49.43 milliamps per minute. So
the HTC U12 Plus technically is about 3 milliamps faster. It is worth noting that the U12 Plus does have a higher resolution display, a larger display, a higher clock processor, and a considerably higher clock processor, actually at 2.8 gigahertz versus 2.39 gigahertz. But however, however, all those factors could add up to less battery life at a 50% charge. Number 7 is wireless charging. So although wireless charging is not as good as real wireless charging, my dad made a point that actually wireless charging can be good, like if you don't really feel like plugging your phone in. Like suppose this is a charging pad and I'm tired and I don't really want to mess around with all the plugs. I could just so instead of me having to worry about this lightning port right here, I know this isn't a charging pad, but if it was, I could just put it down here and do this. Or in case something gets stuck in it and it's unremovable, which actually my charging port has had stuff got into it, including some stuff from those nuts, shells of nuts. But however, I was able to remove it. But however, in case it isn't, wireless charging could be good. Okay. 8 is the headphone jack adapter. Now, sure, you can get the headphone jack adapter in the, now, sure, you can buy your own headphone jack adapter, and HTC does include a Lightning 2, or USB Type-C headphones, in the box, I believe. But however, even so, it is good, it is nice having an adapter because you don't have to worry about buying it. In another video, I'll mention something that Apple doesn't include, the HTC does include. Isn't really all that big of a deal, considering that the HTC U12 Plus starts at $799, while the iPhone X starts $200 more expensive at $999. And besides, I don't think the Lightning port to USB Type-C adapter would cost anywhere near $200. 9 is more storage. So in the other video, I'll mention a similar advantage the HTC U12 Plus has over the iPhone X, but however, the iPhone X has more storage. And unlike with the Galaxy S9, which I mentioned a few months back, there is no 256 gigabyte model anywhere. The HTC U12 Plus has 64 and 128 gigabytes of storage, while the Galaxy S9, while the HTC U12 Plus has 64 and 128 gigabytes of storage. And number 10 is the stainless steel frame. So actually, so both frames are decent, and durable. It's just, and if you drop either of them from anything not more than, I'd say, 7 to 7.5 feet, you should, I'd say that you should,
if it was at least 3 feet or so, I'd say you should probably expect a scuff on both of them. But however, and only a light scuff on both of them. But however, the thing is that thanks to its stainless steel borders, the iPhone X would probably have a lighter scuff. So those were the 10 reasons why I like the HTC U12 Plus better than the iPhone X. Obviously, those aren't the only reasons. Those were just some of the most 10 reasons I like them best. Sorry about the troubles. I know I do cut some stuff out, but it's just in case I don't. And for the stuff I do leave in, I'm sorry about the troubles. And yeah, I hope to get to a DJ Khaled song review soon. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the video, and I will almost certainly be making the other series before I do the DJ Khaled song review. And I will say this to y'all, to that person who commented Vine of all vines. I am almost certain that I will do it by the end of August. Anyways, bye.